Farad stumbled backward, his pulse hammering against his ribs as the pale woman materialized from the shadows of the abandoned colony station. Her skin held an otherworldly luminescence like moonlight trapped beneath ice. Two elongated canines pressed against her lower lip as she smiled, a smile that spoke of hunger and something far more dangerous. Recognition. "Husband," she whispered, her voice carrying the strange harmonics of a language not meant for human ears. "I have searched 3 star systems to find you." I don't know you," Farad managed, his hand instinctively moving toward the plasma cutter at his belt. He was a salvage operator, alone on this derelict station, and now he understood why the previous crew had abandoned it so hastily. The woman, the creature, tilted her head with predatory grace. "You are Farad Chen, born on Earth's colony vessel Prometheus. You carry the genetic marker of the Chen bloodline, traced back to old Shanghai." Her eyes, crimson and ancient, locked onto his. "And you are bound to me by laws older than your species' first fire." Farad's mind raced. The Karveshi, vampire-like entities from the Omega sector, were supposed to be myths, cautionary tales told to keep colonists from venturing too far into uncharted space. Yet here one stood claiming impossible things. "My name is Elsa," she continued, stepping closer. The environmental suit's sensors screamed warnings about her biosignature: non-human, predatory, dangerous. "And yes, before you ask, I do require blood to survive. Your kind gave us that name, vampires. We find it quaint." "That doesn't explain why you think I'm your husband," Farad said, forcing his voice steady. Panic wouldn't help him survive this encounter. Elsa's expression softened, an almost human sadness crossing her features. 500 years ago, a human named Michael Chen saved my life. I was dying, poisoned by solar radiation during a diplomatic mission gone wrong. He gave me his blood not just to feed but to heal. In doing so, he created a bond my people consider sacred and eternal. That was 5 centuries ago, Farad protested. Yes, and when a Karveshi bonds with someone, that bond transcends a single lifetime. It marks the bloodline. Every generation, I wait for the one who carries that same resonance, that same genetic signature that called to me across the void. Her hand reached out, hovering inches from his chest. "You are that one, Farad. Whether you remember or not, whether you believe or not, your blood knows mine." Farad should have run. Every survival instinct screamed at him to flee, but something in her words, in her eyes, stirred a recognition he couldn't explain. Dreams he'd had since childhood, of red skies and silver cities, of a woman with fangs who whispered promises in the dark. "What do you want from me?" he asked quietly. "The same thing Michael wanted to give me 500 years ago," Elsa replied. "A chance. The Karveshi and humanity were on the brink of alliance once. We could have ruled the stars together, your innovation, our longevity. But fear destroyed that dream. Wars came. Both our people suffered." She moved closer, and Farad noticed something he'd missed before. The tremor in her hands, the way she kept one arm pressed against her side. She was injured. "You're hurt," he said, medical training overriding fear. "The Coalition found me. They still hunt my kind, believe we're nothing but parasites." Her laugh was bitter. "They don't understand that we've been protecting humanity's outer colonies for decades, fighting threats your species never even knew existed." Farad made a decision that would have horrified any sane person. He rolled up his sleeve. "How much do you need?" Elsa's eyes widened, genuine shock breaking through her predatory composure. "You would trust me, after everything I've told you?" "Michael Chen did," Farad said simply. "And if what you're saying is true, if there's even a chance that humanity and the Karveshi could be allies instead of enemies." He met her gaze steadily. "Then maybe that's worth the risk. Maybe that's what this bond is really about. Not possession, but partnership." For a long moment, Elsa simply stared at him. Then, with movements infinitely gentle, she approached. Her bite was quick, clinical, not the savage attack of nightmares, but something almost medicinal. Farad felt the pull of his blood, but also something else. A rush of shared memories, emotions not his own, visions of a possible future. He saw humanity spreading across the galaxy, not alone but accompanied by the ancient Karveshi. He saw threats that lurked in the dark between stars, horrors that required both human courage and Karveshi strength to combat. He saw a partnership forged not in domination but in mutual respect. When Elsa pulled away, her wounds were already healing, color returning to her translucent skin. But more importantly, there was hope in her eyes. Something Farhat suspected she hadn't felt in centuries. "Thank you," she whispered. "Michael said you would understand. Every Chen I've found before you was too afraid, too consumed by the myths. But you—" A smile, genuine and warm, replaced the predatory expression. "You saw past the monster to the person." Farhat flexed his hand, already feeling his body compensating for the blood loss. "So what now? Now?" Elsa's smile turned mischievous. "Now we have work to do. The coalition is coming and they won't stop with me. There are things in this sector, ancient weapons, sleeping nightmares that need to be secured. And you, Farhat Chen, are the only human I trust to help me do it. You're asking me to abandon my salvage operation and run off across the galaxy with an alien vampire who claims to be my mystical wife?" "Yes," Farhat laughed, surprising himself. "Michael Chen must have been insane." "Wonderfully so," Elsa agreed. "It's a family trait, apparently." As they left the station together, Farhat couldn't shake the feeling that his life had just irrevocably changed. Not because of some mystical bond or ancient claim, but because he'd made a choice. A very human choice to reach out across the darkness and offer trust to something different, something feared. Behind them, the station's sensors detected the approaching coalition fleet. But ahead of them lay the infinite possibilities of the cosmos, and two unlikely partners ready to face whatever came next. Together,